And we're back for a POV video, driving through some woods here. We're gonna enjoy ourselves and do a little bit of a pull. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about a hidden problem with the VB WRX. This is a real problem that I initially didn't think was a problem, but now I am completely second guessing myself because I had an incident recently and what I thought wasn't a problem is, I think, a problem. If you're not already subscribed to the channel and you find this video interesting and you want to see more POV WRX content first, let me know in the comment section below if you like the POV format. That feedback is always great for me. But otherwise, if you want to follow along on the VB journey, definitely hit the subscribe button. So, I was driving the other day and I felt a little bit of pull to the left. And, naturally, what I did was I went to my handy dandy dash like I am right now and I flipped through to see that I had equal PSI. Right now it's slightly varying, but as equal PSI as I could. But what I thought was happening was I thought I had a flat. So in that quick second, I said to myself, all right, I'm just gonna, if I have a flat, I'll pull over. I need to get where I'm going. I'm gonna change the tire and we're gonna go. And then the next thought that went through my head was, this car doesn't come with a spare. I was gonna put an extra wheel in there when I got aftermarket wheels for this car. And then obviously I said to myself, I haven't yet bought aftermarket wheels, so I don't have a wheel in the trunk. And the cold hard realization of the fact that I would have to do either a tire patch, which is a tire patch kit is included in the trunk of this car, which I wouldn't even want to do on the side of the highway, or I'd have to get the car towed. And for sure, where I needed to go, I had to absolutely be there, wasn't gonna happen. And if you have an extra wheel or a spare, you can pull over and get going again in 20 minutes max. So big inconvenience if you need to somehow remove, if you need to do a full patch. And it's funny because I also forget that throughout the process of buying this car, I was never really informed that there wasn't a spare tire. I knew because of the aftermarket and the fact that everybody was complaining about it, but there's a lot of people on this channel that don't follow the news like that and stuff. So I wanted to make this video because there isn't a spare in this car. If you weren't aware, if you are aware, what you can do is you can get an extra wheel and put it in the trunk. They even make spare conversion kits. From my understanding, the foam cutout in the VA WRX actually fits inside the housing of the VB WRX because it's basically the same platform, and you can put the spare from the VA into this. I might do that too. That might actually be even a little bit more expensive, even if I found a wrecked one or somebody that didn't need it, than just buying, my aftermarket wheels and keeping an OEM wheel in the trunk at all times. Yeah, it adds a little weight, but boy, oh boy, is that convenient. If I get a flat, I can just swap a wheel out, that would be so much easier. So there's a lot to think about there, but you guys might think I'm overreacting, but it was just this realization that I had because I was like, oh, I'm fine with it. And then I realized, wait a second, I'm definitely not fine with it. Let's pull around this corner here. This car is awfully fun. We're gonna do a pull up here because there's a space that we can actually accelerate here. So let's do a pull. Make this video a little interesting because it's a pretty short video. All right, and so I'd say altogether those were pretty bad shifts. I haven't pulled this car in a while, and again, I know some of you guys hate that I say pull when it's still stock and it's not fast, but first gear is tough. It's funny, I drive a few other cars, and actually just recently I've been driving a few other manuals. I get back into this one, and first gear is tough on this one. You want to get through first gear as soon as possible. But the short answer is, again, you guys might hate me in the comment section below, but I think not having a spare, I completely changed my mind. It is a problem and something that we probably need to solve. And again, for those of you guys that don't know this, if you get a flat, you have to patch your tire. And that only works if you have, a flat that can be patched. There's another whole level there of if you get a flat that's bad enough that can't be patched or has something in the sidewall, you're out of luck and you have to get a tow, which is extremely inconvenient. And it costs you money. It probably, one flat could potentially cost you as much as just having an extra wheel. And you can for sure get extra wheels just a single wheel on Facebook Marketplace from time to time for not that expensive, you know, 100, 120 bucks. You also could probably buy an OEM set of wheels for like, you know, 300 bucks. If somebody offered me 300 or 400 bucks for my OEM set of wheels, I'd probably sell them, honestly, even with this problem, and just buy another aftermarket wheel, because the OEM wheels just aren't worth that much, especially on the base car. But yeah, guys, that's basically the video. It's a short video. I know that you guys were probably expecting more, but you know, in my mind, a pretty significant problem. Enough of something that I wanted to talk about and make a video. Again, this channel is all about ownership and just being reflective about my ownership journey and some advice for you guys. And that ranked high enough for me to actually say something. So, you know, take that with whatever grain of salt you want. And otherwise, if you want to follow the build of this car and some of the content that's coming, make sure you're subscribed. If you enjoyed the video, like the video. And more importantly, the most important thing here, other than getting an extra wheel in your trunk, let me know if you like the POV style video. So if this is something you want to see more often, it is something that I can do. I wanted to do maybe an ASMR night driving of this car through some tunnels and stuff, but just let me know if that's something you'd enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next video.